So we're here doing a mobile home demolition. Got a few things to show you. First, I've got staged 230s and then two 40-yard dumpsters. Comes down to the excavator, you're gonna want a Mini X. I usually get a 10K. They were out, which I believe this is like an 11 or 12K, something like that. But I got the 2-foot bucket, the thumb. Usually try to get a 3-foot bucket just to make it a little better. But the big thing here is the closed cab. This does cost a little bit more, but boy is it worth it. Inside you've got AC, radio, and I've done it before without cab, and tons of dust. Is just, you're just getting drenched in dust. You got to wear a mask, you're dying, you're breathing. So best $300-400 extra you've ever spent. So far it took about 2.5 hours. Filled 1.5 dumpsters and got most of it down. Have a good pile there. But now what I'm actually going to do is rake and clean up the ground, because the hardest part of the job is cleaning up all this, the little bits and stuff. They get buried and whatnot, so I try to keep it as clean as possible and it will go a lot smoother. Once you get down to the floor, you got the frame. This is a double wide, so there's 2 frames, one on each side. And basically, I'm just taking my bucket and breaking the floor, getting what I can. And then once it's all broken, I'm grabbing that frame, taking it up, kind of shaking it off, and then dragging it away. Later, I'm gonna kind of fold it up, put it in a dumpster. But yeah, let's get it. All right, so we got both frames pulled. Basically, what I do next is I just start pushing into piles. And then basically this will be the final dumpster load. We'll get this loaded. Oh, another great tip on this is when you go to push these piles, you want to make sure you are not getting any dirt in those piles. Otherwise, the weight, it's going to go way overweight on those dumpsters, and that is what's going to cost you. So you don't even really want to touch the dirt. You just want to barely touch, kind of get just the surface. And then push her into piles and just keep going it, circle all around. I always get out and do some raking by hand, throw stuff into the piles. The fun part, we got to bend up those frames to get it in. So once I crumple them up, I load them. I actually bring my own dumpster. And I take them to the metal yard. You get, I don't know, every metal yard's different. I'm hoping to get maybe $100, but I mean, pay for some gas, but we'll see. We got all that done. Most of the big piles are up. Now it's the hard part, which is all these little specks on the ground. Because we don't want to bury them, and we don't want a whole bunch of dirt in these dumpsters. Some people, they just push it into a massive pile and then they load it into the dumpster. But that's a lot of dirt, and each dumpster is like $600-700. So, but if you have the time and you have an extra dumpster, just push it into a massive pile again and scooper on in. Just be very careful about that dirt, because on a 30-yard dumpster like this, probably 3 feet up is probably max weight that they can even do. So I mean, you could use just this pile here for one, but I mean, if you have a lot of dirt and a lot of area to cover, you're going to need 2 of those, and then that's $1,400. So it's just a big expense, and you can do it by hand. Even if it takes 4 hours, it's still saving you tons of money. So all gone. Last thing to do here is I always cap the sewer line. So this is our sewer going out to our septic tank. This is our water. This is actually going to the well. So this is our coming from the well into the home, but cap that there. And then over here we have the electric, which that, of course, all of this was already disconnected before I started, but I forgot to show you guys. So electricity was already disconnected. This wire here that is going underground, that's actually going to the well. So capped it, and I marked them all. Power goes to well. We marked the water and sewer as well. And then let's go over to the well, check it out. Here is our pump house, which be careful, spiders. Let's see a little black widow right there. But I've already been in here. So basically that wire that we were looking at comes out of that conduit again, goes straight to the panel. Panel's off, but that's why we kept the wire over there. So basically close this up, we're good to go.